Okay, think about the last big thing you bought. A phone, a car, maybe even a house. You saw that price tag, right? But did you ever stop to think, what is this actually going to cost me in the long run? It seems like a simple question, but the real answer is often hidden.
So let's make this real. A classic example. You're at the car dealership. You see that big, bold sticker price. But is that the whole story? I mean, what if I told you the real cost of that car over the next 5 years is a completely different number?
The truth is, that initial price is just the tip of the iceberg. The vast majority of the cost, the real cost, is hidden, just below the surface. It's totally out of sight until, well, you've already made the purchase.
So today, we're going to go on a mission to uncover those hidden costs. First, we'll talk about the price tag trap. Then, I'll show you how to see the whole iceberg. We're even going to have a Car Wars showdown to really prove the point. After that, we'll peek inside the Pros Toolkit and wrap it all up by showing you how to get the absolute best value on your next big purchase. All right, first up, the price tag trap. This is such a classic mistake, right? Our eyes get drawn to that one big, shiny number, the purchase price, and we kind of just ignore everything else. And here's why that's so dangerous. A decision that's based only on that initial price could mean you fail to recognize the real costs. In other words, it's a super short-sighted move that can end up costing you an absolute fortune. So, how do we avoid this trap? Well, we use this really powerful concept called total cost of ownership, or TCO. You can think of it as your sonar. It's the tool that lets you see the entire iceberg, not just the tiny tip sticking out of the water. So what is TCO exactly? To put it simply, it's a way to calculate all the costs, both the direct ones and the indirect ones, that come with an item over its entire life. It's the full financial story, from the day you buy it to the day you finally get rid of it. Let's break that down a bit. You start with the obvious stuff, the purchase price and any installation costs. Then you add in all the ongoing operating costs. Things like fuel, insurance, repairs. You even have to factor in future expenses like upgrades or disposal fees. But here's the really smart part. You get to subtract the resale value at the end. It is the only way to see the complete picture.
Okay, theory is great and all, but let's actually put this to the test. Welcome to our TCO showdown, where we're going to pit 3 popular cars against each other to see which one is really the best value. All right, here are our contenders. We've got the Toyota Camry LE, the Tesla Model 3, and the Audi A5. Now, if you're only looking at the purchase price, the Camry seems like a total no-brainer, right? It's almost $15,000 cheaper than the Tesla, so case closed. But you know where this is going, don't you? That purchase price, it's just what you see above the water. Let's take a look at all the costs lurking underneath. And here it is, the full story from a 5-year study. Just look at these hidden costs. The Camry racks up thousands more in fuel and maintenance compared to the Tesla's electricity and super low upkeep. But the real kicker, check out that resale value. After 5 years, you get back over twice as much money when you sell the Tesla. Now that is a huge factor. So after 5 years, when you crunch all the numbers and calculate the final cost per mile, the results are, well, they're pretty stunning. The Tesla Model 3, the car with the second highest sticker price, is actually the cheapest to own at just 46 cents per mile. The Camry's right behind at 49 cents. The lowest purchase price did not equal the lowest total cost. That car example is a real game changer, isn't it? It just goes to show you that the pros who buy things for a living, people in a field called procurement, are really onto something. So let's steal a few pages from their playbook and open up their toolkit. So here's a look at their methods. Professionals don't just guess. They use a whole range of techniques to verify pricing. They're doing stuff like comparing competitive bids, checking against published price lists, and looking at historical data to make sure they're always getting a fair deal. Let's focus on 3 simple techniques that you can use. First, always compare bids. Whether you're hiring a contractor or buying a laptop, get multiple quotes to see what's reasonable. Second, check the history. What did this item cost 6 months ago? And third, use price lists. For common stuff, a quick search can give you a solid baseline so you know you're not getting overcharged. And this really brings it all home with a super powerful idea. The lowest bid may not always represent the lowest cost. It's the perfect reminder that the goal isn't just about finding the lowest initial price, but about securing the lowest total cost over time. So let's bring this all together. Why does TCO matter so much? And what does this actually mean for you? whether you're buying a laptop for yourself or managing a massive corporate budget.
It matters because using a TCO approach changes everything. It pushes you to make smarter, more balanced decisions. It's the secret to getting the absolute best value for your money because it forces you to see the big picture. For the pros, this mindset is how they achieve what they call the 5 Rs of a perfect purchase.
So what are these 5 Rs? It's really the ultimate goal, getting the right price for the right quality in the right place and quantity at the right time. You'll notice that right price is just one piece of the puzzle. Understanding the total cost is what lets you balance all 5 of these perfectly. So the next time you're about to make a big purchase, I just want you to pause for a second. Think beyond that initial price tag and ask yourself, what's its true cost? Because now you've got the tools to see the whole iceberg.